Hi, and welcome to our customer webinar helping you prepare for 2021. In today's presentation, I'll be covering the important things you need to do within Appogee HR and share with you some handy hints to reduce the admin burden at the beginning of next year. To start with, I'd just like to introduce myself. I'm Megan and I'm the Customer Success Manager here at Appogee HR. My main role here is to look after our customers, ensuring their systems are set up properly and effectively. The customer success team is here to help you get the most out of Appogee HR, sharing tips and product updates via email and within the application, as well as managing feature suggestions and product updates. So just a quick agenda for you. We'll start off by looking at leave settings and ensuring your next leave year is set up properly. Then we will go on to have a quick look at company documents, showing you how to create new versions of policies. After that, we will go on to look at goals and how you can set your company and team objectives ready for a strong start to 2021. Finally, we will close with any questions and other quick hints. We do have a member of the team online throughout the presentation, so if you do have any questions, just use the chat box on the right-hand side of the screen at any point. So I'm now going to share my screen logged into my demo account. So first off, we're going to go through a few things to check within the leave settings. There's a couple of elements we need to look at to prepare the system for a new leave year. The first of these is to check our active leave years. So when an active leave year is enabled, it means employees can submit requests within that year. So users with the admin role have the ability to set up these by team or for all employees. So I'm just going to check which teams have it activated right now, if any. On this, so from organisation and then teams, we'll just go to this columns drop down here and we can add active leave years to the table to see what's going on. And we can see that the management and the operations team both have 2021 switched on, but none of the other teams do. So if I wanted to switch it on per team, I could go into the team and then go to the leave options and approvals tab and then tick the box for 2021. If I wanted to do it for the whole organisation, not just on a team basis, we can go to System Config, General Settings, the Leave section, followed by Active Leave Years, and tick 2021 on here. Next, we're going to check the allowances and carryover settings are correct. So seeing as we've had a rather different year this year, you may want to think about making some changes to your carryover policy. It may be that you'd like to increase the maximum carryover amount or potentially remove the expiry date to help out with employees who are unable to take as much leave this year as they normally would. This is done in Leave Profiles, so under Leave Admin, we'll go to Leave Profiles. Each leave profile can have a different allowance or carryover amount. This is found in the Leave Settings tab, followed by Default Entitlement. Now here, if I wanted to, I could change the annual entitlement. I could increase that if I wanted to. I could reduce it. But I guess the key thing here is this carryover amount. Now, if this is set to 0 and your employees have allowance left over at the end of the year, it's going to disappear. So this number, if you want carryover to occur, this should be the number of days, maximum number of days you want your employees to carry over. So this might be changed. It could be increased, it could be decreased. If you've got a carryover, say it's already 3-month carryover, you might want to change that to 6 months potentially, give people a little bit longer to use up that leave. Or you could just remove it altogether. Completely up to you. Now, you need to remember that every single leave profile has a different allowance and carryover setting, so it's a good idea to check each and every one of your leave profiles has the correct settings on it. Now we're going to add in the public holidays for 2021. There's a list of Appogee HR defaults that we provide, or you can use your own iCal files to add your own dates if you need to. This is done on the process config area under public holidays. Now you can have different public holiday calendars if you've got offices in different locations. You just need to make sure that they're each assigned to the relevant leave profile. So at a glance here, we can see that for some of them, I've had 2021 configured, but for England, that has not been set up. So under the public holiday profile, I'm just going to import the dates. So as I mentioned, you can select them from the defaults, or you can upload your own. I'm just going to use the defaults here. So I'm going to switch off 2020 as that's already happened. We don't need to import those, and just look at 2021 dates and import those. These are the dates provided by the government, but you can add ad hoc dates into the system if you wanted to for your organisation as well. Finally, on leave, it's a good idea to approve any pending requests. So just go into your approvals page here and just either approve or reject anything that's pending remaining. This is because it's a good idea to have the correct allowance at the end of the year so that when carryover does occur, your employees are carrying over the right amount and not a different amount based on pending requests. Now that we've got leave set up, we're going to move on to company documents. This feature is available in our HR packages and allows you to upload and update any company policies or documents. So as it's a new year, you might be looking to upload some new policies, new documents. Let's use an example of a hybrid working model. So we've got a new policy here. It's a policy. I'm going to set the document date as the 1st of Jan 2021, as that's the date that it will come into effect, and give it a review date of the 1st of December 2021 so that it's got a full year, and then in a year's time we can have a look if it's still relevant and maybe create a new version at that point. So that's been uploaded. I can now optionally add an acknowledgement request to the document. Now this is going to send a notification to employees telling them that there's a new document and asking them to acknowledge the new document. You can set up multiple rules if you wanted to, so you could set up all managers from certain teams or certain employees, but I'm just going to do all employees just for the purpose of this. Give them a week to read it and acknowledge it. Please read the policy. And that will send them an email and an in-app notification requesting that they acknowledge the document. So that's the situation for uploading new documents. There might be a policy that you already have in place that you're looking to review or update. There might be a new policy section. So we do actually have a versioning system. So if we go into this IT security policy, and look at the history tab, we will be able to see the previous reviews, and this is where we can add a new version. So I'm going to say that the document is no longer valid, so 2021 update. We can add in a change log as well, so admins can see why that's been updated. Upload the newest version of the document. And again, it's going to send off an acknowledgement request. So we will have a log of people who have already acknowledged the previous version. This is going to send them a re-acknowledgement of the new version to let them know that it's been updated. And now that's happened, we've got a full changelog here and we can see that we're on version 4 and the previous versions have been archived. So moving on to our goals section now, the start of a new year might be a good time to start thinking about new objectives for the company, for your teams and individuals. The goals section allows you to set up these objectives and track them throughout the year, ensuring that everybody stays focused and on track. So let's set up a new company goal. So obviously we can have different types, but this one's going to be a company goal. I'm going to set it to 2021, but you can have customizable goal duration. You can also align it to other goals, but because this is the new goal for the new year, I'm not going to do that at this point. So this has created the goal in draft mode, and I'm just going to add some key results to it. Now, these are the metrics that we're going to use to track against the progress of the goal. So let's do So that's added those key results, and the goal is ready to be submitted for approval. Prior to doing this, I'm just going to check who that it's being shared with. We can see here that based on the settings, that a company goal will be shared with all employees once approved, and they will be given the reader access, so they'll be able to see that goal. And I think this is a really important thing to have, so that employees can see that the work they're doing, how that affects the overall company objectives. And creates that overall collaborative environment. So I'm just going to submit it for approval to myself, and then that can be approved and ready to work on for the new year. Now I'm just going to give you a few of our tips and tricks to help you going forward. If you're looking for support on how to use the system, we've got this question mark icon in the top right hand side. Now this will give you a link to our support portal, our knowledge base that's got lots of documentation on how to use the system. There's guidance and FAQs on there. The question mark icon will also guess certain documentation based on the page that you're on. So obviously we're looking at goals here, and this is going to give us an overview of goals. So depending on what page you're on, it will give you relevant guidance. If you can't find the answer that you're looking for, either from the knowledge base or from the suggested articles, you can submit a support ticket to our team. They are on hand to help as and when you need it. So you can just go through this help option here, submit your question, upload your ticket, and that will go through the support portal there. We do also have a YouTube channel, and this has lots of video guidance on there as well if you prefer to learn in that way. We have set up some playlists here of videos that are grouped together depending on what it is that you're looking for, and that can give you the support and the guidance that you need in video form. So as I mentioned at the beginning, the role of the customer success team is to ensure you're getting the most out of the system. And part of our way of helping you with that is that we push out announcements within the alerts panel within the app. So if you just go to your alerts panel here, this little bell icon, you can see your actions and your notifications here. But also we've got this announcements tab, which shows you our updates. Now we've got some here for carryover, new features when we release them, they go into the alerts panel here. So if you're looking for new ways to use the system and our hints and tips on how to use the system, I would really recommend checking out the announcements part of the notifications panel here, just to kind of give you those little insights from us as a team. Finally, we do have a specific support article which will help you prepare for a new leave year, which includes everything we've gone through today and can act as your checklist to go through before the year comes to an end. I will send that as a link to you in a follow-up email after the session so that you've got it ready to work through. So that concludes the demo session. I just wanted to share the package options with you. The company documents feature that we looked at is available in both HR Essentials and HR Success. And the goals and objectives feature that we looked at is part of our premium package HR Success. There's loads of other features in both these packages on top of what you've seen, and also include Appogee Leave. So if you are interested in getting more out of the system, just let us know and we can discuss upgrades with you. So thanks again for attending today. Here's a short list of your next steps to get you set up for the new year. So I would really advise you to log into the system and go through the checklist that I'm about to send you to make sure that your system is fully up and running. If you do have any questions about it, don't hesitate to contact the support team with any questions and for help on getting that done. Have a look at those announcements that we've released over the last few months to you to see if there's anything recent that you may have missed. On top of our YouTube channel, we do also have LinkedIn, Twitter and Facebook, where we share lots of industry insights and hints and tips on there as well too. And finally, if you are interested in an upgrade, just contact the customer success team with that email at the bottom there to let us know, and we can talk through the upgrade options and give you a fuller demo of the rest of the features. I'll now just leave the broadcast open for the next 5 minutes in case you have any questions. There's a member of the team on hand to respond live, or if you'd prefer, you can contact us via email or phone. The details are on the screen now. Thanks again.